Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
The case of the good guys going after the good guys.
Things could have ended very badly for the Detroit Police Department. Fortunately, they did not. But now there's an internal investigation. Fox 2's Taryn Asher here tonight with more on what went wrong.
Well, insiders calling this an embarrassment for DPD. Officers from 2 different precincts get into their own turf war as they converge on an East Side neighborhood. Neighbors who live on Andover on Detroit's east side will be the first to tell you this area is known for constant drug activity.
Definitely a drug problem around our neighborhood for years. It's been a drug problem. But I don't think nobody can stop it.
On Thursday, Detroit police certainly tried, but maybe too hard. Sources say it all started when 2 special ops officers from the 12th precinct were operating a push-off on Andover near 7 Mile. That's when 2 undercover officers pretend to be dope dealers waiting for eager customers to approach, arresting potential buyers and seizing their vehicles. But this time, instead of customers, we're told special ops officers from the 11th precinct show up. Not realizing they were fellow officers, they ordered the undercover officers to the ground. We're told the rest of the special ops team from the 12th precinct show up, and officers begin raiding the house in the 19,300 block of Andover. But instead of fighting crime, officers from both precincts begin fighting with each other. Sources say guns were drawn and punches were thrown while the homeowner stood and watched. The department's top cops were notified along with internal affairs. Each officer involved now under investigation as the department tries to determine what went wrong.
You got to have more communication. I mean, I guess. I understand what happened about that. You know what I'm talking about, like, communicate.
And sources say 1 officer was even taken to the hospital. Now, we're told one of the units had body cam video that detailed the incident. That is now part of the internal investigation. We are working to get our hands on it as well. We're also told top brass doesn't plan to comment on this incident until next week. Monica?
Well, we know that sometimes miscommunication happens, but in this kind of a situation, it could have been deadly.
And it really does come down to miscommunication, it sounds like, and they're trying to trace it back to where it really went wrong because, yes, 1 officer did go to the hospital, but this could have been much worse.
A turf war amongst Detroit police has led to punches being thrown between fellow officers.
It's a dangerous situation on Andover, north of 7 Mile, just east of State Fair. A drug raid was about to go down, and officers didn't know there was another police crew already on that house.
Jason Colthorpe is working police sources tonight to find out exactly what happened here. Jason?
Well, the one thing we can confirm tonight, or I should say that Detroit police is confirming tonight, is that an internal affairs investigation is underway. It's not saying anything more than that. We know there are some upset police officers in the 11th precinct because they're alleging that the special operations unit in that precinct, they're saying that the same unit in the 12th precinct isn't following proper police procedures, and last night that left a lot of officers in danger.
Remember this police chase Tuesday? Well, the DPD crew at the center of that is now in the crosshairs of what could have been a deadly encounter with fellow officers. A source familiar with the investigation says the 11th's special ops had a search warrant to raid a drug house on the 19,000 block of Andover last night. The source says the crew from the 11th secured the men out front who were actually undercover officers from the 12th acting as decoys and then went inside. But before the house was secured, the special ops crew from the 12th busted in. During the melee, punches were thrown, and we're told 1 officer had to go to the hospital for treatment. So why were 2 crews, including undercovers, suddenly in the same spot at the same time with guns drawn? 1 officer believes the crew from the 12th didn't follow proper protocol of notifying everyone where it would be working, which was 3 blocks inside the 11th precinct's territory. A separate police source tonight tells me those injuries are not serious and that the 11th and 12th have always had a good relationship.
Now back to the police chase now for just a minute. Again, it's alleged by this police source that the same thing was happening that day, that this same crew out of the 12th precinct was again ignoring those same protocols and in the 11th territory conducting that prostitution sting that had got out of control and ended up in that police chase that we all watched go down. We're live at DPD headquarters tonight. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
So Jason, what does the chief have to say about this? Anything?
Nothing yet. As a matter of fact, I talked to a lot of people within the department tonight, many high up, and some that knew all about this but weren't saying anything on the record. However, I was told by one person tonight that Chief James Craig is planning to talk about this and address the situation publicly very soon, possibly before this internal investigation is over.
We'll wait to hear what he has to say. Okay, Jason, we appreciate it.
Clash with a look at how this happened, Jim.
This is 7 Mile and
Raid, cop versus cop.
Now Detroit Police Internal Affairs are investigating a huge and dangerous mistake.
Yeah, cops staged a drug raid only to discover they were about to bust their own undercover officers, posing as dealers.
It happened last night on Andover Street near 7 Mile and John R. on the city's east side.
7 investigator Jim Kirchner on the scene of this at the bruising clash with a look at how this happened, Jim.
this is 7 Mile at Andover Street, Andover running to the north. It was 8 o'clock last night that this raid went down. The two sets of officers clashing. This could have been deadly. It should have never happened. But both kinds of police work, the undercover and the raid, needed to fight the crime here.
Very busy, 24/7.
He does not want us to show you his face or use his name. He's lived here on Andover for 10 years. You'll see here more blight than life. And what you don't see on the surface, the underworld of street drugs and street walkers.
I mean, it's crazy.
Take a look at past Detroit police raids. Officers in full tactical gear racing up with high-powered assault rifles with officers as backup. Sources confirmed of the 7 investigators, as many as 24 officers were involved last night as the 11th precinct staged the raid, not knowing 12th precinct officers were their target at this house, posing as drug dealers. Sources say very volatile. Somebody could have gotten shot.
Yeah, shot, killed. I mean, there's a lot of murders around here.
Only 7 Action News cameras are rolling as Detroit Police Internal Affairs canvass Andover, taking pictures in the daylight, and they keep their distance from this watchdog, still protecting the drug house. Sources say the undercover cops who were here last night are working what is called a push-off, where they can make arrests and seize vehicles that can generate revenue.
For real, for real.
Right.
That's wild, baby.
Sources also say there's a good system in place for communication so that you don't end up with Keystone cops. That's part of the internal investigation that will include interviews with all of the officers involved, as well as command staff.
They dropped the ball. Seriously. Yeah, they dropped the ball.
My sources say this got heated, even emotional. There was pushing, shoving, some bruising involved. One source says he's been on the job more than 20 years and nothing like this has happened, even with all the raids that go on all the time in the city of Detroit. And there's one interesting caveat. One of the suspects taken down, who was an officer, was held at gunpoint. The officer holding him down then realized they went to the police academy together. On Detroit's east side, Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
Wow, all right, thank you so much, Jim. We do.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. that is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know the $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.